Folks, we have Cam Brown here.
See, look, I see that I got 10 minutes. Yeah, it's 5 minutes.
Yeah, we won't keep you.
No, man. How you doing? You too. Nice to meet you, bro.
How's your spring going so far?
Spring going good, man. Just can't complain. Staying healthy, that's all I can do. So.
Everybody's going to ask you about what it's like practicing under Jim Knowles. What are your impressions of Tanner McAllister?
Oh, he's a great coach. You know, it's something new. It's not. It's I don't want to say. Well, it's something new and it's interesting. We have to at first we didn't understand it. Now we're starting to understand and having fun with it. So everything's going good with that.
A lot of people like to say like Jim Knowles is very intelligent, very smart guy in meeting rooms. What's he like when you guys are meeting together? When he runs these meetings, the silver bullet of the day. I think I see on Twitter just stuff. What is he like?
He's a very smart coach. He's very detailed with even the smallest little things, and you know always keep us attention. Like it's always a good vibe in the meeting room.
Of course, Perry and Tim come over as your secondary coaches. What's it like working with them? Have you noticed any kind of new dynamic under them coaching?
I like them too. Them two right there, they're a good combo. They're very excited, always have juice, and trying to push us as far as we can go. So,
Ken, what is Coach Walton especially brought to the table?
Oh, he brought a lot of.
Obviously, you know he's from the NFL, but what does that mean to a guy like you? You know,
he brought a lot of different perspective. From him being in the NFL, he get to see different parts of our game that we can develop and hopefully elevate.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. And this is what's interesting about cornerback to me is y'all are part of a whole out there, but a lot of times you're out on your own deal. I guess how do you know you're improving? I mean, what just tells you in practices, whatever, that you're getting better?
Honestly, it's just trusting the technique that he give us. You know, once you get the technique down, everything else is fine. You know, there's no complaints. You're not getting beat a lot because you're using the technique that he give us. The technique that he give us is very good. So.
There was a quarterback coach here a long time ago named Walt Harris who kind of like brought along a really good passing game in the mid '90s to Ohio State and stuff. And he had these tenets, you know, that you should follow as a quarterback. One of them was, the number one thing was get the snap. Because if you don't get the snap, everything else blows up.
Yeah.
For a cornerback, what is that number one first thing every play you know you've got to take care of?
Honestly, the most important thing, even though doing your job, your eyes. Your eyes is the biggest thing. So if your eyes is not in the right spot, you will not get your job done.
Yeah. Now, that's from a zone to a man?
Both.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I know, but for example, on man, what are you're watching your man, right?
Yeah, I'm watching my man.
On zone, are you trying to watch your man and watch a man and watch out of the corner of your eye? How do you, tell me how that's evolved for you?
It depends on the defense. Over the time, I learned to.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because every zone ends up being man-to-man at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, a man.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it's just, over time, I just learned how to feel people on the field, and I peripher them through my vision.
Yeah.
So I just start to feel people, like if I'm in zone or something, I start to feel them getting on me or feel them separating and stuff like that.
The reason I'm asking that is because do you feel like your peripheral vision has gotten wider the more you've played?
Oh, definitely.
Explain to people how that works. I mean, from just being so zeroed in on your thing to like kind of getting the bigger picture.
I mean, it just take time, but all I can say is like the less you see, the more you see. I know people sound corny, people say that, but that's really the truth.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
And how do you give me a play or two you felt that pay off? I mean, that you can think of, like
in the
last
game.
Year. Yeah. Give me a moment.
I would like to say versus. Oh, perfect. Yeah. So we was playing Penn State when I had the interception.
Yeah.
I was in cover 3. I bailed out of there. So I was looking at the quarterback. I drove because I saw the quarterback about to throw the slant. It was a pump fake though, but I saw him peripheral cutting out. So like I said, I saw him, I felt him, and I just got up out of there and got it fixed. So.
Wow. When y'all watch that on video, do you get kudos? I mean, the next couple of days, what's it like knowing everything just kind of came together there? You know what
I mean, it's good and all. I mean, but I just did my job. I mean, that's all I can say. Really, I just did my job.
But was that a combination of experience of showing patience in a play? I mean, patience can be a split second thing, but it can pay off, right?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with the eyes. Because if you had bad eyes and drove it, the slant and go would have been touchdown. So,
what do you like? What is different about this defense compared to a year ago that you can tell me without having to kill me? You know what I mean? But what do you feel that's different about this defense and y'all's approach to it?
Um, it's just a different system. That's all I'm saying.
That's all you're gonna
different
say?
system. Yeah,
Do you like it?
I like the system.
Well,
It's different.
I guess let me ask it a backhanded way.
Yeah.
What does it free up for a guy like you compared to a year ago? Where do you feel more confident, more free, whatever you want to call it?
I feel like our front is more confident and our front is just more dominant. So they get after the quarterback and the quarterback get the ball out quick. So that's one of the big things for us.
Hey, one last thing for me. Just physically, you feel like you're a little snake bit, or do you just the way you play your game, you're gonna get banged up every day?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. It was in the past was little things that I had to correct, and I had to find the right person to help me out with that, and I think I found the right person. So
who's that?
Huh?
Who's the right person?
My training staff.
My training staff. The right person in the training staff?
Yes, sir.
I got you. Can you name him or her? Him or her?
I mean, I work with Stu every day.
Oh, Stu,
yeah. Stu always gets me right. He always keep me together, I guess. So.
Yeah. What have you noticed about him that is different? Not slamming others, but what have you noticed that?
I don't know. I'm not really sure because ever since my first surgery here, I always been with Stu, so I just stayed with Stu the whole time. So
thanks, man.
Cam, when they tell you that you can't go through a team period or play a full practice in spring, how do you take that?
I mean, it's irritating, but because I always want to go out there and compete. But I gotta understand that the right time is gonna be the right time. And I gotta be patient. So take care of everything.
I know you hate to watch.
Yeah, the coaches they know what they're doing though, so I can't just say no. I'm just gonna go out there. That they know what they're doing, they know what they're doing. So
when you have to watch at times like last year, Josh is out, and the BIA standard is not being met.
Yeah,
I know that it's not any fun to talk about, but when you guys couldn't be part of it, and the secondary is struggling, does that make the pain worse?
Oh yeah, it definitely hurt worse because I'm supposed to be out there. I'm supposed to be a leader of the staff. I mean, not staff, but leader of the unit. But I'm not out there to help them. I'm not out there to tell them to do the right things or me out there competing with them. So it's just different.
Is there a different feel this spring? It's certainly through 9-10 practices, and even if you're not fully out there or Proctor's not fully out there, it looks like everything is in place to get back. Is there that same feeling in the room for you guys?
Oh yeah, because everybody's excited. Everybody got juice. Everybody wants to take the next step. Everybody last year, people that's first year, they sat back, they didn't really know what's going on. This year, everybody got a good feeling, and everybody want to go out there and compete for a starting job. Like that's everyone's goal. So.
Cam, what's been impressive about Caleb and Jordan?
Compared to last year, I see that they're more committed and more focused. Last year, it was just their first year having fun, going out there having fun, competing. But now this year, they're really locked in, and I can really see them. So,
you mentioned feeling more like a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you a leader? Why are you a better leader than maybe you were in the past?
I feel like now because I take the young guys under my wing because I like Jeff Okuda when he was here. He taught me everything I know. So I want to just take that knowledge and pass it on to them and hopefully lead them in the right direction and hopefully do it in the future.
Does that help that you've got a full year under your belt? I mean, I know you were in the rotation 2 years ago before the injury, but now you've gone out there, you've done it, guys have seen you do it. Does that make a difference?
It definitely makes a big difference. People, they saw me doing it in practice, but when you're doing it in the game, it's a different feeling because now them guys are like, okay, you can look up to him, you can trust you. So now they understand what I'm saying. So,
Cam, what would a healthy Josh Proctor do for this defense?
I mean, honestly, a healthy anybody would be great. Josh is a great player. He always been a great player since he started foot on here in the shoe years ago. So, I mean, he's a great player, and I just hope that he's come back healthy and stronger than ever. So.
He's always smiling. After the injury last year, he wasn't smiling for a while.
Nah.
How down was he, and when did that smile return?
It's just like everybody, everyone gets down injuries, that's something that you put your whole life into. Then it'll get taken away just off of one snap. So. It's hurt.
Have you got hurt?
No, I was not. I was on the side because I was limited versus Oregon. So I remember it though. Yeah.
Is there a difference in Denzel mentality or anything like that going into his second year?
I mean, Denzel always been confident, but his confidence is off the roof right now because he finally understand like the game. And he sit down and he realized, okay, I got a year under my belt, and I was competing with everyone, Chris, Garrett, and the list goes on, people from last year. But now that he gets to go this year, his confidence is already through the roof because these are all first round receivers that he went against. Now he's next year, it's about the same for him, so he's ready.
Is he starting to seem like a little bit of a leader in your guys' group?
Definitely, because he's way more mature than people think. You know, he doesn't. Everyone thinks that you're freshman immature. He's the most mature freshman I've ever seen. So.
I think the last time we talked to you was the morning of you announcing that you were coming back for another year.
Yeah.
So what was ultimately the biggest decision for you, when you were making that decision?
For me personally, I just feel like I wasn't done here. I had a lot more to improve on. Had to make sure that I was fully healthy. I had to make sure everything was just right for me. So.
What's the biggest component of that, being able to show you can get through a full season, what you can do when you are closer to 100% healthy?
Well, definitely, that's for everyone. Everyone wants to. When you look at the NFL, the coaches, they always want to make sure you're healthy because that's the most important thing. If you're durable, they'll take you. If you're not, you feel me? So it's one of the biggest things. Yeah.
What's the Jim Knowles way on defense? How would you describe that?
Shoot, fast, physical, and playing smart.
A lot of guys have said he's different. How is he different?
I feel like his approach to the game is different. He's have a different mindset when you see the X and O's. It's just different than others, you know.
Do you like some of the coaching techniques, like in the meeting rooms we've heard about, the game show style stuff to teach you guys? I mean, how is that different than coaches you've had? What do you make of that?
It always keep you on your toes. You come in and we have an install, and then later on, question of the day, we have like a whole bunch of questions. People got to stand up, random people. So it always makes you engaged and always keep you on track because you never know what. Yeah, make sure you're focused too because you can't be in the meeting room not doing nothing. So now you're in the meeting room. Now you got to know what the questions. So now you're learning. So it's about that.
Have you gone through a year completely healthy yet?
2019. I think 2019. Yeah, 2019.
That was kind of your breakthrough year in way.
Yeah, that's my first year, the sophomore year when I was rotating with Damon, Jeff, and I believe Kendall was there. No, Kendall left that year before the year before. Yeah.
Could you ever imagine then you'd still be here in 2022?
No, I didn't imagine myself being here more than 3 years. But you know, life is just different obstacles, different paths.
Right.
So.
I mean, and how did you come to terms with that? I mean, I'm sure you've obviously accepted that now.
Yeah, I mean, at first I was like, damn, I thought I was gonna be gone, but you know, once you get past that part, everything's gonna be smooth sailing. So that's about it.
How much of a mental hurdle is that, and when did you overcome it?
Oh, it's a huge mental hurdle because you know, I'm out here playing for just myself. So playing for everybody, my family, everyone. So it was hard for me to like, dang, I'm still here. Like I'm supposed to be in the NFL, but you know, everyone has his way. You know, I'm at the best university, so putting me in right situations.
Where are you in terms of your degree?
I'm graduating this spring.
Well, that's a good reason to stay.
Yeah, also graduating.
Does it help that there are plenty of other guys who have stayed 4 or 5 years, gone on and had success in the NFL from this pro, even in this position? I mean, there's testament. You don't have to be a 3-year guy to be successful.
No, you don't. It's just you go to the league, you're more mature, and that's all that matters really. That you're more mature, you understand the game more. I mean, I might be about to be in my 5th year, but I'm still young. I just turned 22 Wednesday, so I'm young. I appreciate it. No, I'm young. I'm not that old.
How does your role change? I mean, you have the 3 sophomores essentially. I mean, with JK and Jordan and Denzel. I mean,
yeah.
What do you see out of them that makes you feel like this group has a chance to really be special?
Because I always see them going out there competing. They compete with each other and they compete with the receivers. They're not like I said last year. They're not afraid of anybody. They would go out there and go against the best receiver. They bring it don't matter. The best receiver in the NFL, they bring him out, D-Hop or anybody really. They'll go against them because they just have that feeling and that confidence is just so high.
For a guy like JK, who's from St. Louis like you, I mean, is there a conversation you have with him about dialing it back sometimes? Like he's a little bit, of a wild card. Like, do you have to try to help him sort through that rage on the field, kind of?
I mean, yeah, people come from different backgrounds, so different situations. But I mean, shoot, as long as you use it in the right way, you know how to control it. I mean, use it. I mean, that's been your advantage. So that's all I can say. It's really about that.
Knowing this is your last year,
Yeah.
how determined are you to put it all together, stay healthy, have the kind of year that you want to have?
I mean, I'm completely determined. You know, me and Coach Mick had a talk. I said, he really told me, he said, the only way you come back, only way I want to come back if I'm fully committed. He said, that's the only way I want you back. Because that's just being real. We had a real conversation. It's like, only reason I want to come back if I'm fully committed. If I'm not fully committed, there's no point in me coming back.
When
What
you
were
had
the
that conversation?
options you were weighing, Cam, between being fully committed to coming back and
Yeah, that's really all it was. It was all on me. It was just how much did I really want it, and am I willing to sacrifice to get to where I want to be? So that's about it too. And this team is a great team too. So I really believe that we have a really, really high chance to compete this year. So
is that another huge reason? Obviously, is
yeah, of course,
to get to the Natty.
of course. I came so close every year. You know, what's that? I went to the playoffs twice, got shut twice. Now to Natty once, but you know how to win. So
When was that conversation and what prompted it?
it was last year. Right after the team on North game, I had to sit down and talk to him because I was really debating on leaving. Because I was like, me personally, I'm like, my body don't hold up here for some reason.
Right.
But that's because I wasn't fully committed. I always thinking ahead. I'm not thinking about the future. I'm not thinking about the moment, living in the present.
So that changed after that conversation?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely start understanding I got to take one step at a time. I can't just try to jump over things, try to hurdle over everything.
So for 3 or 4 years, you've been like, what's next? What's next?
Yeah.
And it had to be, okay, what's now?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Jordan said something similar. He said that one of his biggest adjustments from high school to now was realizing that he can't think about the end goal without thinking about today. Is that like a message that's being preached inside this building,
Definitely.
or are you guys just all figuring that out on your own?
That's definitely, you can't. One of the biggest things, even Coach Jay, he speaks about, you can't live. I'm trying to say this right. Okay, you can't just think about the results. You gotta go through the preparation and understand the preparation, because you try to think about the results and just focus on the results. What you do to get there isn't the same. You never be consistent, never be as dominant as you want to be.
Cam, just for you,
Last question.
for you personally, I mean,
Yes, sir.
how personal does this year feel with all the injuries and such that you've gone through to really come out and finish strong this year?
I mean, this year is mean a lot to me. This is my last year. This is my last chance to play with these guys. And this is last time playing at university, playing this shoe. So I just want to leave it all out, leave everything I got out. That's really about it.
I know it looks like you've been limited in practice at times. Are you fully healthy right now?
Yeah, I'm fully healthy. It's just different time by time, day by day. So I just following what the coaches and staff telling me to do. So that's really about it.
Cam, thank you very much.
Thank you.